All right, Karibu, our great viewer. We welcome you. As always, this is the Tubonge Talk Show. I'm your host, Chege Chosen, and I'm not alone. I'm here with one of the greatest brand promoters and great PR influencer right here. And she's going to introduce herself, and she will tell you who she is and what she does. Karibu sana.
Asante sana Chege.
Yes.
So my name is Jacqueline Muthoni Wachira.
Yes.
I am a PR and communication strategist, communication specialist, and I have a 13-year career background. And I'm here. I'm here to be part of this amazing conversation and talk to our viewers and see how we can be able to bridge that particular gap.
Amazing. Yeah. So, hailing all the way from Nyeri and a bit of Maroroi, Roysambu area. Tell us about that.
I grew up in Zimmerman. That's where the story begins.
Okay.
Nikki ride bicycles.
Yes.
And then as the years went by, my dad invested here. And so I'm an alumni of Rorak Academy.
Amazing.
Yes, class of 2005.
Okay.
I'll never forget that. And it's been quite a journey because we've gone through a lot of processes.
Okay.
Then I went to Karinga Girls and also St. Catherine's Mountain View.
All right.
And then I also went and did a course in journalism and mass communication.
Okay, that's which uni?
That I first did it at Nairobi Institute of Business Studies.
Okay.
And then I've also pursued it at the JQuat.
Amazing.
And then I've also done graphics and animation at Chantal.
Okay.
And I've done French, I've done project management.
Amazing.
Short courses. I actually recently completed my project management course from the University of Washington. It's an online course.
All right.
So it's been a journey of so many things. I've learned so many things. I've experienced a lot of things. And I'm here because my career started at Insider magazine.
Okay.
Insider made Muthoni. It's where I learned what brands, even what a brand is.
Yes.
Because I took part heavily on the Share a Coke, where you had a Coke and it had someone's name. I saw that and I was like, wow, that's me.
Hey, I know. So that really trended.
It
was amazing. Yes. It really moved. Yes.
And then we had Downy.
Okay.
And then we also had Ariel Machinani.
All right.
We did Aquafresh.
Okay.
We did Beak. Quite a number of brands.
Yes.
And that's when I started understanding the language of brand. But also because there are two people who believed in me. First, the owner of Insider, David Maria. And then there's the late Brian Wayama. He was an account manager. That gentleman really pressured me.
Amazing.
A lot.
Yes.
Yeah. And he made sure that I learned what was necessary with regards to what entails a brand story, how to execute an activation on the ground, and even customer relations. Those are things that he did. And then in 2014, Professor Peter Kagwanja, they approached me for a project, a State House project, where I was supposed to run it with a lot of discrepancies. And that's why I met amazing people. I've rubbed shoulders with the president, the former president of Kenya, and the current president of Kenya, and amazing people within the government spheres, including Johnson Sakaja, your current governor.
Yeah.
I worked on his strategy for 2017.
Amazing.
SS3, and also Keraito Murungi in Meru.
Wow.
And to see these things come to life, I was like, and then I've also worked on brands like Oppo, and I'm currently sitting at Del Monte in charge of communication.
Wow, amazing. And I know you have so many high points.
Yes.
Which can you point out and say, this was one of the amazing, points in my life?
Points like my career highlights?
Yes, maybe either career or just that moment in life that you're like, this was an epic moment.
I think my most epic moment in my career highlight was the Sakaja campaign. Seeing someone win it and you've worked on ground with it, that was it for me.
Wow.
And on a personal level, for me, is the moment I was able to identify who I was and be in touch with who I was. Evolving is very painful, but the moment I was able to identify really who I am and what I want for my career next, and also my marriage, I was 25.
Wow.
So I was like, I don't want this, I want this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to see people out. It was very difficult and very painful to have to let go of some relations you've had that are not healthy for you. And so as I grow, even now, I think also turning 30 was a highlight. I looked forward to turning 30. I kept singing about 30.
Yeah.
And when 30 arrived, I was like, okay.
We're here. Okay.
So now I'm looking forward to 40.
Amazing. Yes. I like it that with Sakaja for the first time, on the papers and kwa ground, vitu hazikuwa different. One of the studies carried out suggests and indicates that 60% of the population, not only in Kenya but in the world, are not satisfied in their area of career. So you wake up every day, but you're not at peace with what you do. So you find that's a big number.
Yeah, sure.
So you can imagine just waking up and you're dragging your feet and you're like, I wish it did not come in the morning. At what point did you know me, mass communication is my thing, and I'll be at brand productions, all this kind of thing, advertisement, branding. At what point did you decide this is what I'll do? What inspired you? How did you move into it?
So when I was young, I really admired Catherine Kasavoli and Sophie Kenny.
Okay.
And so I used to tell my friends that one day they will see me on TV. But I was not sure whether it's TV like a news anchor or just appearing on TV. But then as I grew older and also getting the experience and working at different organizations, I discovered that this is what I was called for. And also because I am very much in touch with my purpose and what plans God really has for me. Because I've tried working as a front office administrator.
Oh, right.
There's the patience
that doesn't flow.
That does not flow with me. Because I think that's more client service.
All right.
And so the more I interact with brands, the more I'm able to meet people within brand management.
Yes.
And also within the field of journalism. I have interned at a media house, and I was like, guys, this is not me. There's something that there's the one factor of sitting in front of a camera. But then I felt like that was not my story. I needed to go and tell other stories that the world was not able to reach. I know. So that's how I was able to interact with brands. I've done trial and error.
Okay.
Best believe me.
There are
days I am not certain whether this is what I need to
do. This is or where are we?
There are times you give someone your strategy and your proposal, and someone is Jacqueline, what is that you just made? But when you looked at it, you're like, this is it. This is the wow factor.
Yes.
And then you give someone else and they're not sold.
All right.
So I have to go back again and try again and have new aspects. And so like I'm saying, also being able to network and being out there and experiencing what people are doing everywhere, because I think exposure is important.
Yes.
We have people who think they know yet they do not know. So the aspect of exposure has also really helped me to know that I want to do comms and I want to do PR and I want to do brand management, because PR is very broad. Brand is very broad. You can be in PR, but you are more stronger in marketing. But for me, I know I'm also strong in marketing. But the aspect of telling a brand story is what I really love, because it hits on 360, touches on marketing, and marketing now converts back to sales.
All right.
I love being part of those products.
Amazing. I'm sure there's someone looking at us today. The business, right now, the message that is out there, be your own boss, be an employer, create employment. That's what's there everywhere. That's the message that's out there. And it's amazing. But I think sometimes our idea of being your own boss sometimes is not fully empowered, fully created. We have an idea of something that is not the reality. And there's someone who's watching us who's trying to build up, and not only even an enterprise or an innovation, but even the career world and even the corporate world. Someone who's tried to build themselves, try to grow themselves, grow their brand, grow their ideas. And I think one of the interesting bits about your journey has been maybe like Oppo. So how did you land at Oppo, and how was that? And how was the journey? Yes.
So I landed at Oppo in 2018.
Yes.
I applied like everyone else applied, but I had just quit my government job. And nobody could believe it. But then for me, it was a moment where I was trying to balance being a newly married and career.
All right. So just new. Yes.
So I know myself. I'm a career woman. I'm those people who, when we focus, we're going like this. It is up.
Yes.
So Oppo, I got the job on February 28th of 2018.
Amazing.
And my mom had actually manifested that job.
Wow.
And I did not, the way someone tells you something and you're like, I'm not seeing it. But I applied for the job like everyone else, went through the process. And Oppo is part of Muthoni. I can never detach myself from the brand. It's
Absolutely.
my baby. I love it so much even now.
Yeah.
I loved being in a room full of men who challenge me.
Amazing.
Because when you say Oppo, you're talking about tech world.
Yes.
And tech world is dominated by men, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So being in that space, I would find young tech bloggers, they're like, this is a chick in our space.
Yes.
Let's test and try and see whether she understands.
Yes.
And I can confidently say that I passed their test because I can understand what Snapdragon is, We talk about chipsets. Before I was like, what's a chipset? What are we talking about?
Yes.
And I understand so many things that arrive at, coming up with a good mobile device, yeah?
Yes.
And Oppo really pushed me because when I was joining, I joined as a PR specialist.
Okay.
But then over the years, I grew to a PR manager, and then I grew to be head of corporate comms.
Yes.
I was this close to being a brand director. And I look back and I'm proud because I really spearheaded some amazing conversations within the Kenyan market. I can proudly say that the brand moved from position 8 to position 2 in the market.
Amazing. Wow.
I also am the person who I used influencers for the first time in the mobile space.
All right.
In a very unique strategy.
Okay.
Because I created a family. You know, when you're using influencers, you use an influencer for 1 month, you're done. You pick another one and you go. Mine was consistent. I made sure that I worked with Avril and Pascal and Maureen and Jalango, a journey whereby when you see them, you would see the brand.
Yeah.
Such that I also became the brand. I would walk in town with my husband.
Okay.
And people want to say hi, or someone meets him and is like, no, when you are open, is like,
okay.
This is where the story ends.
Yes.
But Oppo was a wow factor. And also the fact that I had an amazing CEO.
Yes.
At first we were, because of the different cultures, we needed to understand each other. But then we grew. He became one of my biggest supporters.
Wow.
Still my friend.
All right.
We may have exited with him when I left, because I left early this year in March.
Yes.
But then I realized that he really nurtured me very well.
Yes.
He wanted the best for me. So I think about Oppo and I smile despite the challenges. It has its challenges that I went through.
Yeah.
But those challenges are scars that I wear so confidently, and they're part of my story. And that's why Muthoni is here.
Amazing. Yeah. What a journey, what a journey. It's so inspiring for that person who is thinking, I need to know someone for me to be in that big brand that I'm dreaming about. So you're telling us, dream it, go for it, and it can be there. You mentioned hubby.
Yes.
So I want to know, how did Prince Charming come in the picture? if we are lucky, you can tell us how you met and how he shot his shots. Yes, and how family influences your life and your career. Yeah.
All right. I met Peter the same time. My career is 13 years old.
Wow.
I've known Peter for 13 years.
Hey.
And I met him through a friend
Yes.
who we were classmates with. And she kept telling me, I need you to meet this friend of mine.
All right.
And I kept asking, because I was in a relationship then. I was wondering, why is this girl pushing me to another guy?
Yeah.
She knows
Anaelewa
language. Maybe this guy has pushed him to make me meet.
Okay.
But I met Peter on July 15th.
You remember the dates?
Yes, I do.
Men, we need to improve. Okay.
I met Peter on July 15th, 2011. And I think the thing that stole my heart about Peter, and it still does until today, he's very calm.
Okay.
There could be chaos here, and he's so calm.
Amazing.
Even how he approaches things, he's my opposite, completely.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, we are in the same career with him. He's in branding. But Peter is Peter. Peter is unique. Like aliniingiza box. Sielewangi nilingia hiyo box aje.
All right.
Because I am I'm a tough girl.
Okay.
But the fact that he was able to soften my heart and get me into a space where I could be able to talk and allow him. Yeah. Because I think I read somewhere, when a woman is loved right, she's very submissive. Yeah. So I think Peter has continued to love me with his simplicity. And I think I love his simplicity.
Okay.
And the aspect of family.
Okay.
I've come from a very sober family.
Yeah.
My dad and my mom have shown us what it is to be in a united family, what it means to support your spouse, what it means to be present.
Yeah.
And the same thing applies with my siblings. And so that aspect also eats into our little family with Peter, because we are hoping to grow and expand.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have beautiful babies.
Yes.
But the thing I love about being married is I'm very grounded, and I know what is expected and required of me. And the fact that he's also one of my biggest cheerleaders.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like he prepares me for my interviews. He picks out my dressing.
Yeah.
I could dress this and like, no, go back and change.
Yes.
I don't like that, I like this. And seeing the way he's very supportive is good. My dad also has a very big say in who I am, irrespective of whether I'm married. Yeah, we have some daddy-daughter conversations.
Amazing.
Of a lot of wisdom nuggets. And I sit back sometimes and I feel very encouraged and loved because they have shown up not once.
Yeah.
Even during product launches I've had.
Yes.
I've seen my dad may not have come, but he has cheered me on, alerted all his friends and told them, my daughter is going to be on TV.
All right.
Please tune in at 9 p.m.
Yes.
My siblings have shown up to my product launches with my husband. And then I have my brother.
Wow.
My brother and I have a 9-year gap.
Okay.
But I've never met someone who believes in me like my brother. Yeah,
Amazing.
My brother knows that I'm part of his career. He's very good at what he does, but then he constantly reminds me that in order for him to go up, I also need to go up.
Yeah.
And because I'm his greatest mentor, he calls me a mentor.
Yeah.
And when you have that burden of knowing that, at home there's someone looking up to you,
yeah,
you cannot afford to be mediocre. So that's how family has been eating into me.
All right, amazing. You can't find these anywhere else, and that's why, Tubonge Talk Show is the place to be. Thank you for the support. We've been getting so many comments, so many people liking us and encouragement. We appreciate you. And always be free to share our link, share the page, share with a friend and tell them we're here. And as always, I'm your host, Chege Chosen, Niko Hapa. And in all social media, by the way, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Chege Chosen, Utanipata, and I know we'll have the best. Now, we have had this conversation going on that, the girl has been empowered so strong, and girls are getting the temptation to somehow lower themselves or lay low, play low key, so that they will not intimidate the boy or something like that. What's your take on the journey you've had on the career angle, in terms of even a family, in terms of what can you tell that girl who's fighting for her dreams? She's not sure, do I go so strong, or maybe it will play out the wrong way for me? What can you tell that girl who is trying to find their space? What's your encouragement to them?
My encouragement to them is be unapologetic about who you are.
Okay.
Keep being authentic, because I think as I grow and I go up, I've realized the only people who are intimidated by your strength are people who do not know what they are capable of doing. Because it's a them problem, it's not a me problem. And we have a society where people are projecting a lot. And not just men who feel intimidated. We also have women who you see Muthoni rising and you want to blow out her candle. Yeah? So I'd encourage them to surround themselves with people who mean well. We are living in very interesting times where not everyone who you call your friend is your friend.
Yeah.
So selectively pick out people within around you and make sure that you don't back down simply because society expects you to back down. We have to accept that we're living in very interesting times. Times have changed. And not to say that roles have reversed, but I'm seeing more of women taking up more leadership roles. I am among the people who want to one day run this town and be someone, a senator or a governor here.
Amazing.
That requires me to be out there to learn and to get exposed and to get experience. So girl, boss up and keep going and stop being apologetic.
Unapologetic about who you want to be.
Yes.
Amazing. I want to give you this chance. I want you to just look back, into your life, that 18-year-old Muthoni. And because we have people watching us at different points in their lives, some people are venturing, some people have been there and they have just plateaued. Nothing is moving, and there are some people who are there, they are doing it, they're living life, they're traveling. And I just want you to just give that one message that you feel, this is what I want to say. Looking into my life, this is what I want to say. So I want to give you that chance. That one thing you may want to tell that viewer who is watching us.
So one of the things that will encourage you is do not be afraid of looking down from a failure point, because I think life looks also good from the ground. When you look at the skies from the bottom, it looks so beautiful. So I'd want to encourage a young person listening to me, know that tomorrow is never promised, but at the same time you need to understand and know who you are. Call yourself a small meeting from time to time. Allow yourself to cry, and allow yourself to break down. It's very humane, but always wake up and go with a punch, because life is for the living. And one of the things that my late mom told me was that if you do not grab opportunities, there are people who are going to help you take up those opportunities, and they will take those opportunities, Chege, and my viewers, and it can never be reversed. So you have to wake up every day with a purpose and realize that you're also here for a short time, not for a long time. And because we are here with a purpose and an agenda, please live your life and live it authentically, enjoy it, because life ni fupi sana. Jipende, embrace yourself, embrace adversities, and remember that you're here with a plan, and God's plan for you is amazing.
Wow, beautiful. You can't just add anything on that, that, it's okay to fail. It's okay not to be okay. The only issue, don't remain there, pick yourself up. And I feel we share with having inspirational moms. My late mom also was my hero. So my leadership, my gift. Before I even thought of anything, she will mention something. You're like, what do you mean, mom?
Yeah.
Looking back, I see it, and also an amazing dad I had. So I feel we share on that leg.
Yeah.
And your parents mean everything. Those of you, who are out there, appreciate your parents, appreciate your guardians, and it is amazing. As always, this Tubonge talk show. I'm feeling we've not exhausted this. We shall have Muthoni back. Lazima kirudiwa, part 2 has to come. We have to do this again. I feel we have not exhausted. There's so many areas we need to talk about. We need to talk about, career opportunities. We need to talk about the journey of, a girl child. Some of the challenges that are there in high schools. All these things. We will organize, but we want to appreciate so much, and thank you for always being tuned and watching us. So make sure you subscribe, and you're not charged anything to subscribe. Comment any topics you want us to have, any guests you may want to see on the show. We're going to be glad. Thank you, and until next time, I'm your host Chege Chosen. Thank you. This is Tubonge Talk Show.